Hi everyone. So I'm going to be starting my content today with my absolute new format where I am very clear. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but whatever little I do know, I want to share. I want to find a way to create meaning in my life. I want to find a way to serve. I want to find a way to add value to society in whatever way I can. So this is my attempt to do that. I created a little bit of a video, like a pre-recorded. I mean, I recorded it on my audio note right now. I want to really create it so that before any video of mine, that little clip plays, so you know what I'm all about and who I'm all about and what my effort is all about. So I had that thought when I was half asleep, and I recorded it immediately on my cell phone, just a voice note, so that I remember what to say. And I'm glad I did, because I have no recollection of it right now. Like if I had to recreate it, I'd be like, huh? Like what? So yeah, a learning that you have is that when you have these bright ideas, record them immediately or write them down immediately, because otherwise they just get lost. But that's a side learning for today. The main learning is something else. So this has taken me by storm for about like 3 or 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks ago, I heard a lecture from a spiritual guru, an ISKCON guru. So not a personal growth, but basically about personal growth. He also talks about personal growth stuff. And it was like a series of 9 lectures, and this was the second lecture, I think. And this was a 2-hour video, so this was towards the end of it, but not the end of it. And I haven't moved past that. I've been stuck. I've been absolutely stuck. I've not been able to move because I just paused this video when he said this, and I was like, what just happened? What did you say? You just shook my world. Like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what you talk. Like, it's profound. What you've said is so incredibly profound. And I don't know how to process this, but I've learned some things. I'm going to share the whole thing with you, so then if you have any ideas or anything, I would love to know, like with specific examples that would help. And I'll give you specific examples as well, where I was able to figure out some things, and a specific example where I haven't been able to figure out some things, because these are very subtle, nuanced things, and very powerful, very intense, nuanced things. Okay, so what this person said, his name is Vraj Bihari Prabhu. So what he said, he's a lecturer in the ISKCON world. He said there are 3 things that a person should do. Now, I haven't even gone to the other 2. I don't even know what the other 2 are, because when I heard the first one, I had to pause the video, and I've not been able to. Like, I feel like I need to process this and learn it before I mean, what if the other 2 are as big and profound as this? I can't hold all of that in my little body. I have limited capacity to hold so much powerful ideas. Okay. So what he said is that you should respect everyone in the same way that you respect the person that you respect the most. I'm going to say that again. It's a little bit convoluted. You should respect every single person in the same way that you respect the person you respect the most. Now, it sounds very simple, right? It sounds very like you look at, I mean, in a simplistic way, it's complicated, of course, but in a simplistic way, you could say that you take every person to be a soul, and every person is a soul. Like every person, the soul is pure, the soul is beautiful, everybody has a soul. They have different personalities, like spiritual personalities, that we cannot access right now in a material world, because we have so many coverings and layers of fear and whatever, all of the stuff, coverings that we have around our soul, so we can't really access the personality of our soul. But the soul is there, and all of this stuff that we have, the intellect, the physical beauty, all of that, that's material. So if we look at everybody as a soul, then we can respect them in the same way. Now, that's fine. Like, we can understand that intellectually, but do we actually, how do we implement that in a real way? So this is the breakthrough that I did have. This is one way I was able to implement it, and if it helps you guys, that's great. The way I was able to implement it is that okay, I listened to I listen to a lot of lectures all the time and I love them. So there are some people that I usually send them to because I feel like one, they have the capacity to understand what I'm saying. Two, they have the interest for it. Three, they have, like, I just have this thing like, yeah, these people want to listen to this stuff and they like this stuff and they're able to listen to this stuff and they're, good for it. And then what I realized is I don't send it to everyone. And this is subtle. It's not like I'm actively thinking that this person isn't good enough or this person isn't intelligent enough or this person isn't interested enough or motivated enough or evolved enough or whatever. It's not like I'm consciously thinking that. This is subtle, but I am not sending it to many people because I do have that thing in my mind somewhere that, yeah, this person is not going to be able to manage it or want it or whatever. And okay, I'll get to it. I'm jumping ahead. So I did not send. So me respecting, when I was thinking about this, I was contemplating about this. What does respect really mean, and how do I respect them? So when I saw this link that I absolutely crazy loved, I saw this link and I was like, okay, so I am going to send this link to everyone, even those people that I wouldn't have otherwise sent it to. To me, that is respect. That is saying that, yes, I do trust their intellect to be able to understand it or to be able to understand whatever they can understand from it, right? Everybody can understand something at their level, and then they increase their level slowly but surely. As they keep listening, they will increase their consciousness, they will increase their level. So even if they're not there at the same place where I'm at right now, they will, by me sending it, I'm opening a door for them and I'm allowing them. So I was like, okay, I am going to send it to them, and maybe if they don't have interest, that's okay too. I will ask them. So what I did is I did send it to them, and which was amazing. I felt good. I felt like, okay, now I'm, it's not just that I wasn't treating people with respect. I was treating people with respect. When I was seeing them, I was treating them with respect. It's not like I was putting them down or anything. No, of course not. But I wasn't respecting them at the same. I mean, the person I respect the most is like way high there, like way high there. I look up to them and I'm like, whoa, you are amazing, right? And the person that I don't is nowhere close to the way that I look up to those kinds of people. Like they're not like that. So what I realized is by sending this link to everyone, I was able to actually get past that little block that I had. Like, okay, now I'm truly respecting them. I'm trusting their judgment. I'm trusting their ability to get out of it whatever they want to get out of it, whatever they can get out of it, if they choose to get out of it, get something out of it. And then I asked some of those people, like, would you like me to send you more of these kinds of things? And two people said no. And that's fine. That's great. So I don't want to be pushy either. I mean, I don't want to be sent links by everybody, right? Like there are many people I'm like, I do not want forwards from you. I do not want links from you. Please don't send me links. I do not want any links of like people dancing or singing or whatever. Like they're very boring to me. I mean, people are amazing in this world, and there's just so many amazing people, and I don't have time for all of that kind of stuff. I have a very specific thing that I am interested in, and that is personal growth related things, like this growth, spiritual growth, personal growth. That's what drives me, and even that I have like a certain specific kind of thing. So I'm very picky about what people send to me. So I want to be very conscious of what I'm sending to people. So I sent something to this particular link that I loved, and I sent it to them, and then I asked them, do you want me to, did this resonate with you? Did you like it? Do you want more of this? And two people said no, and that was great. I mean, I said, okay, I will not be pushy. I will not keep sending it to you. Now I know, but I have done my part. I have respected you, and I have trusted your judgment, and I am now. So, but then it's taken me to a place where I genuinely respect them, like in this aspect, right? Now, so that is one aspect. That is the aspect that I have learned about that. There are so many nuances to this. I'm sure there are a million different things that I'm doing subconsciously, like I was doing this without realizing that I'm doing this because I'm not respecting them in that way, right? Respecting everyone in that way. And I want to get to a place where I do get to that. So now the thing that I am still struggling with is, like, for example, when somebody asks me to do something and I say no, But they ask me again, and I say no again. And the second time, I'm a little bit irritated. But when they ask me the third time, I get really irritated. But irritated is okay. I judge them. I'm like, I have already said no to you. Can't you hear me when I've said no to you? Can you not understand? So that is a very specific instance of like, I don't know how to respect that person because I immediately get into judgment mode. Now, I understand that, and I have gotten past it. In certain situations, I have gotten past it, and I'm like, okay, there is no love lost here. The love is lost when I'm not able to say no without setting very clear boundaries. So now there are situations where people do that with me, and I'm able to say no 1,000 times now. And I know that person can call me at any time, or I can call them at any time, and they know that I will still love them. I will fully love them. There'll be no weirdness around it. But somewhere inside me, I'm still judging them. So even though at that time earlier I was not, even a few months ago I was not, even 2-3 months ago, I was like, I used to get so irritated. I used to talk to my friends about it. I was like, how do I handle this? How do I remove this judgment from my heart? How do I purify my heart so that I'm not judging them? And then I prayed and 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 I prayed to Krishna, and he helped. He brought something in me where I was able to get past that, and now I was able to say no. Like that person, that there's one particular person, she would keep asking me, and I got to a place where I would just say no, and I would get this light, I'm flicking off a mosquito kind of irritation, But it was just a moment irritation. But I was able to set my boundaries very clearly and say no. I'm busy right now. I will not be able to do this. So it was fine. It was okay. But even though I was able to get to a place where I'm not breaking the relationship because I'm not getting irritated and overly irritated at them, and they can see that I'm not getting overly irritated at them. They can see that I'm just saying no, like pretty calmly, and I'm like, nope, I can't do it. Even if I have to say it 1,000 times, they know that I will be able to say it 1,000 times, and they know that they can call me at any time and talk just normally, and I will be full love for them, right? I mean, so that's great. And somewhere inside me, I'm still judging them. I'm still feeling superior. I'm still feeling that I have a little more, I don't know, emotional intelligence or something, where I am not being, I don't do that. And I'm sure I do that. There's probably some shadow in me somewhere where I do that, or I don't know what it is. But there is that. And so I'm not able to get to that kind of respect for that person, even though I do see aspects of them that are there. Like there are some aspects of them that are there. There's just so many of, this isn't just one of them, but there's just so many of these little things in that person that I don't know how to get that. But I am working on it, and if I get to know, I will let you know as well. But the stage is that I am able to set boundaries so that I don't feel like, if somebody is overstepping my boundaries, then I get frustrated, right? That's not a good situation, because then there's love lost. Or if I give in, then also that's not a good situation, and there is love lost because I'm resentful. So either I'm resentful because I'm giving in, or I'm frustrated. I'm saying no, but I'm getting irritated because I'm frustrated and I'm not happy. So I've gone past that. Like I'm none of those now. Now I can just say no, and it's just like a flicking a mosquito away, and it's like, ugh, okay, one moment and then it's gone and it's over. But I want to get to the place where I can respect them like that, respect them like top level. And yeah, that's what spiritual growth is about, right? Humility. This is real humility, where we can truly look at a person and have absolute respect. Give all respect to others, expect none in return. This is one of the spiritual gurus that I follow, Radhanath Maharaj. Oh, he says this so many times, and I love it. I crazy love it. Give all respect to others and expect none in return. That's not to say that you don't have your boundaries and you don't, like, that's not, there is a nuance to understanding this expect none in return. It doesn't mean that, but basically it means don't lead with ego, lead with humility, and get yourself to a higher consciousness enough that when if people don't respect you or don't whatever, then what you're expecting, what you want is love from God, from God, and nothing else matters to you. And even if somebody is saying something, you are at a place where none of that affects you in any way, shape, or form, because you are very, very solid in who you are and your connection with God, and how much God loves you. And yeah, so none of the paraphernalia affects you. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today. If you have any insights, please let me know. Please do share. If this was helpful to you in any way, please do share. And how, please do share. I would love to hear from you. Wish you all a very, very beautiful day. Have a good day. Bye.